And to take off the mask safely, waiting for you. Undo the time, okay?
The NGO Graceland, Sierra Leone has ended 2 trainings for a total of 32 social mobilizers drawn from Samu and Gbileh Chiefdoms in Kambia districts and Nimikoro and Gbense Chiefdoms in Kono districts on the 24th and 29th August 2020 respectively. The trainings were on COVID-19 awareness and sensitization at community level for community stakeholders in their own rights. In Kono districts, most of the social mobilizers who received training were women leaders in their communities who are mostly in close touch with the masses in their respective localities. The Mame Queen for Ngaya Town, Nimikoro Chiefdom, Kumbasesi, said she had been equipped with the required knowledge to inform her people about the existence of COVID-19 and how they should play their parts to contain it. A sentiment which all the trainees collectively shared.
For Gonal community, we tell with people there, this was let Corona area, Corona day. Not to foresee no day we day. But to them say we too can learn here today. We graduate where they can learn. Go na the community. I just for tell me woman and say, dear, what the anything we do water for us. Don't the distance for the far.
I get for call the woman there. They meet them by the table there, one by one. I they explain to them. I said, well, this sickness here, when I corona sickness, or this sickness, no, and this sickness is a reality. So do you wash your hand there? Use your face mask there. So this will make the distance go far with you with the sickness.
The Kono District nutritionist who also facilitated the training in Kono District, Kadiatubi Kuroma, noted that the training would serve as an eye-opener to community leaders, especially the women who would later be ambassadors in their various areas to convey the correct information about the coronavirus disease and how to curb its spread.
Tell them, so where they come, don't train them. So many them not go sit down all the information. Many them go to the communities. Many them go tell them company. They will even tell them back, say, even if the Komra then at the community, they don't come born, and that Komra they get corona. We tell them, say, may they not pull the picking pump of water. May they continue for give that Komra they continue for give the picking the bobby water. The only thing what say the Komra for do is for make sure say they wear face masks. You understand? And when they cough under the elbow.
The program manager for Graceland, Sierra Leone, Ben Ariko, re-echoed a similar point while giving the rationale behind capacitating mostly women community leaders in the social mobilization aspects.
It is very important because it is a very sustainable approach. We are not creating parallel structures in the community, but we are working within existing structures. The women groups already exist, and the women's leaders already exist serving these groups. So when you train them, they are able to go back and share this information with their groups. Those groups exist for many reasons, most of which are permanent. So that means that whatever you're doing becomes sustainable because it has continuity.
People they don't go the idea say we roads and don't open, I mean then lockdown they don't can't wait ever they say corona don't. So it's very good for we especially we within at the health side for tell people more, and when they come around for what we help them for tell people about the awareness about COVID-19.
These trainings were preceded by donations done by Graceland, Sierra Leone, which included 1,000 pieces of IEC materials, 8 pieces of megaphones, and 8 packets replacement batteries, 12 hand washing stations, 60 cartons of soap, and 2,000 pieces of face masks to each of the district corona response centers of Kambia and Kono, which the Open Society Initiative for West Africa, OSIWA, supported.
These chiefdoms, we jointly identified them together with DICOVAC as the least served. There is a high risk in these places because they have a high population, and yet the amount of response that they receive is wanting. So we came in to support those efforts.
Of course, we really appreciate your donation
They are highly needed in these communities that you mentioned, especially for the riverine, because we do normally receive these items, but looking at the porous areas and the riverine areas, you are to be specific, you are the first partner that has targeted the riverine. So I really appreciate you, and I believe we'll do more than this.
From the part of DICOVAC, we welcome Graceland wholeheartedly, and we want to tell them plenty thank you. And we want to tell them, say, this is a felt need.
However, the logistics and ICT pillar lead at the Kambia DICOVAC, Captain J. Soare, noted that they were faced with some challenges in terms of communication logistics.
The subscription for the 2-4G supported by Cadro has finished since the 19th August this year. This one is slowing our job. Today I use my hotspot to do the job. In fact, I don't even have a single megabyte in my phone. I don't know how will I send this information to NACOVAC today.
But on a very important note, Ben Ariko talks about the expected outcomes of the trainings in strengthening the social mobilization aspects of the fight against COVID-19 in the two targeted districts of Kono and Kambia.
So our training also focuses on women leaders and community health volunteers to support in these efforts. The women leaders particularly are key because they have a larger following behind them, and they will be able to cascade this information to their constituents. Similarly, the community health volunteers also are working within these communities, and they are always the go-to people in case people are not well or there is a risk. And by the end of the training, these people will play a major role in controlling the spread of this disease.
For Gbileh TV Online, I am Gbileh reporting.